Cougars, today is Monday, June 3rd. I'm Melina Gutierrez.
I'm Montserrat Perez, and you're watching Cougar News Network. A huge accomplishment for two Franklin students. Find out which seniors have been named All-Franklin Girl and Boy.
Taking a stroll down memory lane, a look at a special senior tradition that has students revisiting the past.
Fashion front and center. See all the creative threads made by Franklin students.
3 baseball players signed to colleges. See where these seniors are headed. Coming up in sports.
Every year, Franklin selects 2 seniors who stand out for their hard work as a Cougar, academic success, and involvement in school.
Congratulations to our All-Franklin Boy and Girl. This year's All-Franklin Boy and Girl are Yazan Azam and Michelle Jimenez. This is an award given to one boy and one girl in the senior class. They have been honored with this award for their hard work throughout their 4 years here at Franklin and always having Franklin spirit.
I think I was chosen for this award because I've been involved in everything Franklin since my freshman year, and this includes in clubs and organizations, but also just like being around staff and all the teachers. I've really tried to make Franklin my home.
Michelle has been very involved in this school since coming to Franklin. She's a big part of Student Council, an organization that does a lot for Franklin.
Every single person on this campus is just really amazing, and I love the community that's here.
Michelle tells us what she loves and will miss the most about Franklin.
The thing that I'll miss the most is definitely the people. I love all of the teachers, all the staff. I love the faculty.
Michelle has been accepted into an Ivy League college, a huge accomplishment for her.
I'm going to Yale, and I plan to continue to study as much as I can and hopefully become a lawyer one day.
Michelle shares some encouraging words for the generations to come to Franklin.
It's going to be okay. Put your all into every day and take it a day at a time. Yeah, it'll go by faster than you know.
Yazan has always looked up to former residents of this prestigious award and is honored that this year he was chosen as the Franklin Boy.
I feel super honored personally. I know like in past years, I've known the people who have gotten the award. I've been friends with them and stuff like that, and I've always seen them as very inspirational people and people I've looked up to throughout my time at Franklin.
Yazan says he was likely considered for this award because of all his involvement at Franklin.
I've been very involved with Franklin ever since my freshman year. I've always really wanted to leave an impact at the school. I didn't want to just attend and then get my my high school diploma and then leave. I wanted to be a part of something at the school, and so that's always been my goal, is to be active, and I feel like that's what got it for me.
He also talks about what he will miss most about Franklin once he leaves.
I feel like a lot of the faculty and staff and stuff that I've come across in my 4 years here have really made the effort to get to know me past just my alpha in their different groups or whatever. They really do know Yazan Azam and not just another kid in the hallways, which I've become very grateful for.
The next phase of Yazan's life will take him to North Carolina, where he will attend Duke University.
So I'm going to attend college. I don't really know what field I want to go into yet, but I do know I want to pursue further education and then see where it goes from there.
Yazan shares some advice with students looking to get more involved in school.
There's so many opportunities to grow at this school and to find your place. My piece of advice would to just find what suits you and to really run with it.
Franklin seniors are taking a step back into time as they prepare to graduate and leave Franklin.
The Parade of Graduates is a yearly tradition in May when seniors return to their elementary school and middle schools to walk the halls to the place where their education began. Seniors walk the halls decked out in their cap and gowns on Thursday, May 30th. Some of the schools included Polk, Tippin, Lundy, Don Haskins, Guerrero, Colberg, and Herrera elementary schools. Students line the halls of the schools and cheer on the seniors as they greet the kids and their former teachers. For many, it's a sentimental experience to return and see their elementary and middle schools now.
Later that day, seniors gathered on the football field to enjoy the sunset together. It's part of the many activities seniors participate in before graduation. Students were asked to wear white or neon colors so they could decorate their shirts. Students were able to collect letters they wrote to themselves at the beginning of the school year. Seniors kicked off the beginning of the year with a senior sunrise, and now they end the school year with a senior sunset. Some of Franklin's youngest students are also preparing for their next phase of their life.
Cougar Cubs, who are part of the Franklin's Child Development Program, graduated Tuesday, May 21st. The 6 little grads are now headed to kinder. As part of the graduation, the 48 seniors who are part of the CDL program also got to be on stage next to the Cougar Cubs. This is something that's done every year for the students. One student tells us how the CDL program will continue to help her in the future.
In the future, I'll have a little bit of knowledge to know how to take care of a kid, even though I'm not with them all day, but for the time that I am with them, it's a lot that I've learned.
The CDL program is an education and training program primarily for people who want to work with kids once they graduate. To join, students need to take the regular child development class. From there, students can join the program their junior year. It's a 2-year program. Fashion hits the runway as students show off their classroom creations.
Reporter Sean Montiel shows us all the creative clothing items created right here at Franklin.
Under the lights and scored by a thumping house beat, the Franklin stage transforms into a runway as the fashion classes display their very own pieces. Hundreds of pieces were created over the course of the school year, and this year's fashion show was where the very best got to make their mark. Fashion instructor Ms. Elizabeth Lopez speaks to how the show came to fruition.
Well, I've always wanted to have a fashion show when I got transferred to Franklin because I had fashion shows at my previous school. But the last 5 years were a little crazy considering that I just started the program here and then we went into the pandemic. So that kind of put a little pause on our plans. And the fashion program started to grow every year, a lot more than the year before. So this year we were able to build up the Fashion 2 program to a full class in order to have everyone to have a full collection in order to have a fashion show.
While a fashion show is not foreign to Franklin, the last one being put on by Stuco in 2023, that one was a far cry from what we ended up getting here. The creative process of finished pieces was very intense, but for those who have made this their passion, it's no surprise they loved every second of it. Students weren't planning anything elaborate, only wanting to show off their hard work to a decent audience. Many were not prepared for the near full house crowd that attended. As the show wrapped up, thunderous applause erupted from the audience. Student designers Fatima Armendariz and Marai Galcin shine light on how it felt to see their work appreciated by so many.
I don't get anything from it other than because I just keep doing whatever I'm doing regardless of any external factors of reactions or anything. It's just oh yeah, thank you. But I just have my mind set, so if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. If I don't, I'm not going to do it,
How would you describe your creative process?
It was nice, and it was nice to show what I created, but I just heard people cheering, and I thought that was pretty nice.
Next year, they want to go even bigger, possibly moving to the gym and having a custom soundtrack, light show to accompany the next collection. With such positive feedback from the crowd this time, it's safe to say the future of the show is very bright. Sean Montiel, Cougar News Network.
2 Franklin students placed in this year's Miss El Paso Teen USA competition.
Isabella Zubia and Audrey Guy both competed in the competition in April. Isabel won second runner-up. Audrey was third runner-up and People's Choice. The competition was scored by 5 judges. Competitors were scored on athletic wear, evening gown, and an interview. Isabella encourages girls to give it a try.
I think it's a really great experience. A lot of people really aren't that interested in doing it just because it is super nerve-wracking. You're literally in front of hundreds of people. But if I could tell anybody, any girl who's interested in it, I would say do it because it's such a good... I'm not as nervous as I used to be. I'm a lot more self-confident and I feel a lot better about myself, just doing that, being on stage in front of a bunch of people.
Audrey explains what drew her to join the pageant.
I chose to do the pageant so I could represent El Paso and grow my community service and meet new girls. I was so excited considering it was my first pageant ever, and my mom's been doing pageants also.
This was the first time Isabella and Audrey competed in a pageant. Students are racing across the finish line for the sake of science.
Mr. Hernandez's physics classes competed in a friendly kart race Thursday, May 24th. Students had to build their karts from scratch. The groups had about 3 weeks to work on the project before the race day. Their karts could not be powered by motors, so several groups opted for a pedal system. For many, the biggest struggle happened during the assembly process.
having to weld everything together and to put it all together and have that stability of the car, because we didn't have much experience with building beforehand. Thankfully, some parents were involved that helped us along with our project, some engineers, mechanics, and they provided a lot of support in our project that helped us like differ right and wrong in the building process.
Students raced their cars through a series of obstacles. The group who got through the course the fastest won the race.
Franklin celebrates Armed Forces Day, a day to recognize all Americans serving in uniform, as well as those who have served in the past. Franklin hosted the event on Monday, May 20th during lunch. Franklin's military family liaison organized the event, complete with guest speakers, cheerleaders, the band, and more. Following the entertainment, students had the opportunity to visit information tables from the Air Force, Army, Navy, and Marines. EPISD is the only district with schools in Fort Bliss.
Hey Cougars, my name is Marco Cervantes and this is your weekly recap of Franklin sports. Congrats to the first of 3 baseball athletes who had the chance to commit to a college and help their future. Tanner has had the opportunity to sign with Clayton College and is having the opportunity to continue his baseball career and academic path. We interviewed Tanner and he spoke to us and told us what he looks forward to accomplishing in the future.
There was a lot of good opportunities that'll set me up for my future and a lot of good playing time that I'll get when I go up there. I'm going to miss my friends that I made here and all my close boys that are going off to college as well.
Congrats to another incredible baseball athlete, Trent Allen, who is getting the chance to commit to Oklahoma Panhandle State University and secure his future on what he decides to do with it next. We spoke to Trent and he was able to tell us why this was his decision.
I like the coaches and I like the school. It'll help further my academic and athletic career. Just do your best, listen to your coaches, and listen to your family.
Congratulations to another one of our incredible athletes, Johnny Martinez, who got the chance to commit to Oklahoma Panhandle State University as well. He looks to continue his baseball and academic career there. We spoke to Johnny Martinez.
I got a full ride scholarship. I could grind for the first 2 years and hopefully hit a transfer portal. I mean, hit the gym, you got to get strong.
Congrats to another one of our incredible athletes, Oliver Blanchett, who made a huge decision and decided to sign with Ottawa State University in Kansas, which is an incredible school. We were able to speak with Oliver after signing and he told us why he chose the school and what he looks forward to in the future.
I've always had the dream of playing college tennis ever since I was a kid, and I'm just really happy that my coaches pushed me to really go for it my senior year, and I was able to commit to Ottawa University. They found interest in me, and it was a good match. I'm super excited because I've heard really good things about college tennis. It's super exciting, super loud, super high energy. For sure, Franklin Tennis is one of the best tennis programs in the city, if not the best.
More sports news, an incredible Powerpuff game from our juniors and seniors that led to some incredible moments and plays. Unfortunately, the game ended in a tie, so there was no true winner, but most people have a true winner in their hearts. With the game ending 7-7 as it took place during advisory on May 29th, and let people enjoy it instead of being an advisory. Another fun event that happened was the football spring game, which was neon themed and was a great looking game. The game was split up with it being black team versus silver team, and they split the freshman, JV, and varsity players on both teams for the game. The game ended in a fun score, 27-24, and with such a close score, kept the game more entertaining. That's all for your Franklin Sports Cougars. Now to Diego Valadez for the weekly weather report.
Hi everybody, I'm Diego Valadez, and it's time for a weekly weather report. On Monday, it's going to be sunny with a high of 97 and a low of 66. On Tuesday, it's going to be sunny with a high of 98 and a low of 65. On Wednesday, it's going to be very sunny with a high of 101 and a low of 68. On Thursday, it's going to be slightly cloudy with a high of 98 and a low of 68. On Friday, our last day of school, it's going to be a high of 99 and a low of 67, so enjoy the day carefully. And on Saturday, we have special guest Matthew Saloom here to describe the weather for us.
On Saturday, it's going to be a high of 97 and a low of 68, so good day to go by the pool. Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
That's all for this school year, Cougars. I'm Melina Gutierrez.
I'm Montserrat Perez.
And thanks for watching Cougar News Network.